Hello, beautiful, and welcome to this training on your soul-led daily, weekly, and monthly business tasks. This will give you a simple structure for clarity, momentum, and magnetic growth without the hustle or the overwhelm. And before we dive into the tasks, I want you to know this. Clarity is what creates speed. And if you know me, I absolutely love clarity because that allows you to be fast and productive. And it just feels good because you can stay calm instead of going into the overwhelm, out of confusion, and that whole mess that can be there, right? So clarity is what creates speed, and structure is what creates freedom. We all need a structure that can hold the flow, and that creates the freedom. And a grounded, simple strategy is what allows your feminine energy, your intuition, your creativity, your flow to actually work. We always need both, right? The female energies and the male energies. And when they work beautifully together, then you can create the magic and things will work. So I love being organized, clear, and structured because it helps me so much. And in the last years, building my business from home with my kids, which are both still demanding. One is small, one special needs, I had to make it work. And being clear, structured, and organized is really what helped me to be very productive, to get things done, and to not go crazy with all the things. So I just love being organized and clear. And yeah, also because I don't want to hustle, but that structure gives me the space and also the space to relax, to keep a calm mind, as I said, to trust myself. It also gives me the space to create, the space to be there for everything, and the space to be, all the things I have to be, like a mother, a leader, the entrepreneur. Yeah, so this framework is here to help you feel held, focused, and powerful. And even if you've never had real strategy in your business before or you didn't have it so clear, yeah, this will really help you and also show you the simple tasks. I like keeping it simple. Um, yeah, I want to show you to keep it simple, have it very clear what you have to do every day, every week, every month in your business to make it work. And it's actually not that much. It's not that difficult. There is no magic trick. There are just a couple of things you need to do in order to attract your people, nurture them, and then sell to them and serve them, right? Those are the four steps: attracting, nurturing, inviting, selling, and serving. So it's not that complicated. But deeper we go into these steps in my mastermind, that's what I really work into depth with my clients. And yeah, so let's dive in. The daily money making actions. This is all about keeping it simple, consistent, and aligned. And of course, that might look a little bit different for each one of you because you are different and every business is different. And I totally believe, especially for us women, if we want to create business, success, money, we need to do it in a way that feels good, that feels aligned, where you, even though you work a strategy and you have a plan and a structure, you feel the spark in your heart, the passion. You need to feel it because only then will you stay consistent and other people feel your energy. So for us women, it is so important to really to really create a structure and a strategy that feels good, that feels aligned, and that we can work every day. So I'm going to share with you what I would do, what I teach my clients, and if you would like to know more about it, how that could look like for you in your specific business for the person that you are, then yeah, just contact me. I'm happy to support you with that and give you some more tips. All right. So the focus is on visibility, on connection, and on sales. These are your non-negotiables, the small daily moves that compound into big income. Yes, and that's how it really can be. So for visibility in your content, you want to post a couple of times a day, minimum once. There's literally no maximum. It's totally up to you. And I mean, the better you feel in your business, the more you feel like you want to share. The more you build up, your self-worth, your confidence, you are in your truth, in your authority as the leader that you are, the more you just want to share with the world your mission, who you are, what you stand for, how you can help people. So you want to share your values, your story, you want to create belief shifting content. You want to create videos, like really have a nice mix of everything and post, well, 1 to 5 times a day. Let me just say it like that. Make at least one post that is really a selling post with an offer, with a client proof, and a powerful call to action, or really a straightforward invitation. Don't hold back. We often assume people know what we do and what our offer is. They don't. There's so much noise out there. So be bold with putting your offers out there. And every day sell. If you want daily sales, you want to sell daily, okay? When it comes to your audience growth, send 10 new friend requests every day. You can do more if you want. 10 friend requests every day. Accept friend requests every day, only if they align. You might have your things, how to have a look at if this person aligns or not. And if you want to accept that request or not, be very clear here who you want to have in your space. But that's what you want to do every day. When it comes to the connection and nurturing, you can send genuine birthday messages every day. That's what I do each and every day. Engage 30 minutes in your top 5 Facebook groups. Yes, that is a game changer. Engage 30 minutes every day in your top 3 or 5 Facebook groups, okay? Comment on 10 posts from your top lead list and build relationships in Messenger. And as I said, in my mastermind, this is where I really guide my clients through all these steps and how that can really look like for them. But it's pretty straightforward and simple, but it's about doing it daily, finding your routine with it that feels simple and aligned. Okay? You want to do invitations every day. You want to invite 5 to 10 people every day into your freebie or a training, or if you're about to run a free event, you can invite into that, or into a call with you, if you do that, or into your Facebook group, or straight into your program or your offer. You want to invite people every day. In order to do that, of course, you have to be focusing on connections, on conversations, on being in Messenger with the people, because every business is built on people. And as I said, you want to sell daily. Share your offers with confidence. In stories, in posts, in DMs, in lives and audios. You don't want to just pitch people, but you do want to show your offer where it's appropriate in a way that feels authentic and good every day. And just as a little sales reminder, you are always one post, one message, one invite away from a sale. When you fully believe in your offer, selling becomes an act of service, because that's what it is. There is no impact and service and transformation and supporting people without selling. Okay, so you need to make sure to become really confident in selling and really feel good about it. And if you don't, reach out. I've got a separate training on mindset and energetics around sales, and yeah, how you can really shift yourself into loving sales. You want to go first. And I always say that you need to go first. If you want more engagement, go and engage more. If you want more connections, more leads, go and reach out to people. If you want more sales, go and invite more people, sell to more people, okay? Your inner world is part of your strategy. Of course, it's all based on your state of being, how you feel, the stories in your head, your whole mindset, right? So work on yourself daily. See that you are regulated, do what you need to feel good, nourish yourself well, move your body, breathe, journal, do whatever helps you, and anchor into your next level self. Good. Those are the things you want to do daily. And yeah, I'll recap them quickly at the end. Then weekly, some weekly CEO habits. The focus weekly is on structure, on a bit of back-end stuff, and visibility. So these are tasks that you might want to do each week. And as I said, it might differ a little bit from person to person, business to business. But on Mondays, I like to set my goals and intentions for the week. I like to get really clear what is the week ahead all about, or what are the calls that I have coming up, the trainings, what are my intentions, what do I want to achieve? And on Fridays, I write down, and that's what I do with my mastermind clients. We set the goals on the Monday and we celebrate our wins on the weekends because it's super powerful and it actually helps us remind and see how far we've come and what we have created. You want to go live or record a video, but I really recommend you go live once a week minimum in your Facebook group or on your profile. You also, of course, want to have videos on your stories, actually more than once a week, but have a proper live training every week. And then when it comes to your backend and your training, tracking stuff, track your numbers, especially once a week. There are things that you might want to do daily or, monthly, but especially once a week, you want to track your leads, your sales, your money, so that you are really clear and have a nice overview. What I do weekly is also welcome and connect with new group members. Like once a week, I look at the new requests to my group and I accept people into the group and then do all the things. They go into the tracker, they go into my email marketing, and yeah, all of that. I send them a message, they get a little invitation and all of it. So that's what I do once a week. Also, if you want to send invoices or check payments, you can do that once a week and then you don't have to think about it all week. And then it's done. You might want to do content planning once a week. Maybe you want to map out next week's content. Yeah, more or less schedule that. It's up to you. But then it's also just so that you don't have to think about everything every day, because that makes your mind full and then you don't have the clarity and the space. And you want to reflect. What worked? What didn't work? What do you desire more of? Or what can you do better? So the goal is to create a structure to boost conversion and to manage your energy with intention. Good, let's come to the monthly CEO tasks. The focus is on expansion, launching, and leadership. This is where you stretch, where you expand and step into the woman who leads. Once a month, you can run a free event or a challenge or some sort of experience if you want. You don't have to. I'm not doing it every month again anymore, but I still do it regularly. And yeah, you can do something once a month if you want. A challenge, an audio series, a training, a workshop, an hypnosis, whatever that could be. Also, what you could do once a month, launch or promote a specific offer. If you run an event, then that is a launch. I mean, any event is a launch. So if you do that monthly or every 2 months, then this is the time for you to launch something, to fill your program or to promote one-on-one or whatever it is, to also sell from the conversations or from your content. So there might be a time once a month where you really focus on that, depending on the structure that you work. Maybe once a month you want to create or refresh a freebie. I mean, you always want to have a freebie ready or a couple of them. You want to grow your audience with something that is juicy and aligned, and that is a freebie, right? And you might want to be looking into that every month. You could also send out a newsletter or a specific email sequence every month to deepen the connection with your people. You might want to plan a monthly theme, like the main offer that you want to sell in that month, or just what you have going on. Also, what's your mindset and embodiment focus for the month? That is very important. And yeah, you might want to do some monthly CEO review and vision reset to look at your monthly money goals, to look at, yeah, how things are going, who you are becoming, and all of that. And always look at what is working. What am I celebrating? Where am I being called to stretch? Be clear about these things. Who was I last month and who was I this month, you know? Who do I choose to be right now, this month, next month? You always want to have that awareness and work on yourself to fully step into your CEO identity and stay in aligned momentum. And we know all of this, it always starts within you. It's always about who you are, the frequency that you vibrate at, and yeah, your mindset, the stories in your head. So this is something you really want to be clear every day. Who am I becoming today? How do I choose to show up? What do I lead with? Who am I as the leader that I am? Because this is one of the things how you stand out the easiest and the quickest by being you. But that means fully owning who you are, stepping into your authority, claiming that CEO that you are so you can show up with confidence, bold, and yeah, that is like the foundation of everything. And that is, of course, what I do with my mastermind clients as well, where we have trainings on where we go deeper into. Because without that, it's very difficult to show up and to become visible and to have conversations and to put your offer out. Yeah. So, the last point, when you now have a bit of clarity on your daily, weekly, and monthly tasks, when life happens, and it does most of the time, right? And sometimes it's easier and calmer, and sometimes there are times where we feel like, what the hell is going on? So when life happens, keep some essential tasks alive. A coach once called it a bare bone strategy. The things that you can still do, even though if something is happening in your life or you're going through some tough times, okay? You can every day still send the birthday messages. You can still send 10 friend requests. You still want to put out some content. You want to respond to engagement. You want to go live once a week. And maybe one little simple event a month. Can you see how all this is focused on your people? Because that's the main pillar in your business, your people. You can leave the back end stuff for a moment but you always want to stay in touch with your people, still grow your audience, still send messages and respond to engagement. That's how you keep your business running. In only, let's say, 45 minutes or 1 hour a day, you can keep your business running. I've done that. So it's possible. And you just need really the clarity on what you need to do and what your strategy is. So these couple of tasks, they still keep your business open and alive and ready to receive because, yeah, that's what you need in your business, right? Even when you are busy or going through an emotional season. Good. I hope that gave you some clarity and value. If you have any questions, please let me know. Contact me or put it here in the comments. And yeah, everything that we covered today, your structure, your strategy, your leadership, your daily, weekly, monthly momentum, this is the foundation. And the real expansion happens when we take these principles and apply them directly to your business, right? To your offer, your marketing, your money identity. When we do that together, week after week, this is where the real shift happens. And this is exactly the work that we do in the Path to 10K Mastermind, where we combine high-level strategic support, deep energetic and identity upgrades, personalized guidance, and the kind of leadership activation that changes everything. And of course, all the work on your relationship to money. Yeah. And if you watch this, then I do have a very special offer for you for the mastermind if you would like to, yeah, continue getting my support. If you've been craving deeper support or structure or strategy, mentorship, and that daily guidance in life, in your business, then just send me a message. I will make you a very special offer just for you. There's no pressure, but this is just an open door because my mission is to really help women just like you to grow their business, grow their income, and their impact. I send you so much love. Thank you for being here, and I'm excited to support you to your next level. Bye for now.